The following program is rated TV MA LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
They gave me my theme music!
This is a Planet Fanatics production.
Now, that's better. Y'all can hear us now. Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. What Raymond just said. Normally on Fridays, you know, which again, we used to be live Monday through Friday. Now it's more so just whenever I feel like there's good enough news to come on and talk about. But yeah, no, we used to have a Friday spot where we competed with E. There was times where we had we not his numbers, of course, not his numbers, but we were at one point in time up there in those 100 views on the live streams, but not at the moment, not anymore. So, but yeah, wanted to address some of the Marvel news, so we'll get into some of this stuff that's going on. Well, I guess before we even get into that, I guess the best thing to do would be to give our Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes review and what we thought about that. Let me see. Yes, and what we thought about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So, what we thought about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I will say, as an installment to the first three new ones, it was a great installment. I thought. One of the things I really liked is that they kept the mythology of the first three by saying Caesar's name as much as they did throughout the film. They really established that this is quite some time after Caesar is gone. I like the fact that, you know, spoiler alert, they open the film with the ending scene of War of the Planet of the Apes, and where you see a little bit extended of them burying Caesar and whatnot. Also, you see how evolved the apes are compared to the last time we saw them. The last time we saw them, they obviously were speaking, as they were speaking in the very first Rise of the Planet of the Apes. But in this one, their ability to speak is way more fluid than it was in the others. They did not miss a beat. It wasn't like, you know, Koba, you know, choose, you know, it wasn't like broken English. It was straight. So I like the fact that we have evolved that way with them. One of the things I really, really liked about it was with I forget the guy's name that was the ape that was trying to be
Villain?
Yeah, the villain of.
Damn, I was just gonna ask if you remember.
I forgot what his name was. But one of the things that I really liked that they established in this film was that I don't know exactly where Westball is trying to take these next few films. Proximus was his name, right? Where he's trying to take these next few films. But one of the things I really liked was Proximus's conversation that he had with Noah, where he was telling Noah, and I think this is in one of the trailers or something. You could a clip of it, but he's telling Noah, who is the main character, the main chimp of the film. Humans in their day leveled mountains. They flew. They talked across oceans and blah 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 blah. For me, as I've said about every time we talk about Planet of the Apes, that for me is maybe Westball saying the vision next is the apes actually do, like we see them at the end of Mark Wahlberg's version of the Planet of the Apes, where they are the police, where they are doctors, where they are like the old Planet of the Apes in the 80s, where the humans are the pets and, the apes are the ones with jobs and walking around in clothes and things like that. That's where I want us to get to with this. It was obvious from this that we are going to get some type of war, an actual war, instead of that whatever that last one was, an actual war, because what you learn about and again, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but what we learn about the main girl here, Nova or May. You learn about her is that, she's not going to stop fighting for humankind, and that you learn from Noah at the end of the film is he's obviously not going to stop fighting for apes. And as he said at the end of the film, we've learned we're going to build stronger and be better and all those things. So it's going to come down to a thing where it's going to be a real war for the planet. And again, just a good film, a great film, a great installment to this franchise that they're doing. I'll go into more after you, but what do you think about the film?
Yeah, as far as trilogies go, I think honestly every first trilogy is slow, and that's where I'll get from the rip. That movie was so slow at moments. I don't know if it was because I was hitting my pen.
No, the beginning was slow.
Or if the movie was long itself, but the movie itself moves slow at times, but I mean, other than that, I really didn't have any complaints, simply because the plot and the storyline of it was so, it was executed so perfectly, honestly, in the sense of I can tell where he's going with the story, in the sense of I don't know where exactly he's going, but, he drops off enough hints in, plot lines and stuff like that to where you can, he can build off that, build off that too. And then we get to learn enough about, at first, I'm sitting here human running around, niggas calling it an echo, what is going on, and so I was really confused. I'm not gonna lie, even whenever Proximus came, and not gonna say spoil, but whatever he does, I was kind of confused because I don't know, let me try to think of how to word this without spoiling shit. Maybe drop a spoiler alert if I do.
Well, I would say go ahead and
Proximus was relating more to the older Caesar's mythologies and shit like that, of how he wanted to be this war leader and go take what's his and get for the apes for this shit. But you can see Noah's more like Caesar that we've seen recently, in the sense of ape, like what he learned from what was the orangutan's name? I forgot. Names are really forgettable in that movie.
Which one is this? Which orangutan?
In this most recent we just watched.
Raka,
yeah. No, and we see that Raka gets Noah to believe more in the sense of this last Caesar's mythologies and the peace and ape doesn't hurt ape and shit like that. And so it's really, honestly, the plot is beautiful to watch all these things go against Noah, and he's still trying to do the right thing, or you can see he's trying to decide if he still has this fear in him from what happened at the beginning of the movie throughout the whole movie. And I don't know, I thought the plot was beautiful, and then we get to the end and you get Noah offering the human peace, and she accepts it, but we still see what she has. I mean, not trying to spoil shit, so what she has planned, whatever she's holding behind her back, So it's she's still trying to decide, these apes helped me do this, and do I trust them? But then she just had to kill. Damn, my fault. See, it's so hard not to talk. Had to kill, not gonna
Maurice
say who.
is the Maurice Raptorcloak is the orangutan in the original
There's
original
no one
3
in this one,
trilogy.
but she has to kill whoever she has to kill to get what she wants. But it's just, I don't know, I think it's a healthy balance in the sense of I'm more kind of, as interesting as the apes are, I'm kind of more interested in where the humans go from this, from what we saw at the end of it.
Yeah. I think this film is a really, really good installment to it all. Also, you really get to see they kind of established too the whole clans thing. There are different, obviously, ape clans. His clan with the eagles is the Eagle clan. We don't see too many other clans outside of that clan. They don't even actually talk about other clans. There are other clans of apes that you do see, but that no one's they're not. So I'm assuming they're going to probably expand on that in the next film.
Yeah, no, we really only get, 2 in this movie?
Yeah. And what we do know from this is that it in its Thursday night preview, it earned $6.6 million. And that's domestic box office, the highest of the franchise. And again, it is a really good film. Grace Randolph said that she thought it was one of the best things since the original 80s one, and I did think it was really a really good film. I think the next one, wherever Westball is going with it, it's going to be probably better than this one.
Yeah, it will be.
Then he also, some other things is that it is at an 81% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes right now, and the writers and producers have plans for the franchise to go for 9 more films instead of 3. 2 more. Like we originally thought they're going to do 9 more. So they want to do 9 more films of this. And again, I think in order to properly really, you look at the old ones, there's quite a few of the older ones. And to properly tell it, to get to that point where it is the Planet of the Apes, and I guess you've really got, because you still got humans that are communicating, you've still got humans, they've got these underground bunkers, you've got them, different places scattered out the world. So if there are that many humans, and that means and they are still having the ability to speak and think and things like that, then it's not the Planet of the Apes yet. And again, they're not in, I'm going to keep saying this, it's not the end of Mark, it needs to be like that. The end of the Mark Wahlberg film where the fucking Lincoln Memorial is an ape, that shit, that's what it needs to be. So I want us to get to that point. But it very good movie. I would definitely say I agree with the 81% that it has, and I would say go check it out. Good movie.
No, I would definitely recommend going to watch it. I don't know if I could rewatch it in the sense of that shit has some slow moments, but other than that shit's really beautiful. Plot's good.
Yeah.
Characters are likable. All the voice. I thought I was. I remember whenever we first talked about it, I thought I wasn't gonna like as much as how fluently they were speaking and shit. But you kind of understand it whenever he gets to telling, how they started learning and shit like that, and then whenever you get to Proximus and then see that they've had a human teaching them and shit like that.
Right.
So,
yeah.
No, it's honestly beautiful. I would definitely recommend going to see it with family, friends, whoever.
Yeah, Westball did a good job. Check it out.
Did I pay for a ticket?
Let's see. We're going
I
to
didn't support the box office.
move on to some of the news here. This was something that during our last live stream, I guess I overlooked. I missed. I didn't see it come out in the news, but it is something that is being discussed right now, and it is Janelle Monae as Storm. And this is coming from, again, grain of salt, My Time to Shine Hello, who has a notable resume, who has been wrong, but has been right a lot. She said that Marvel Studios had discussions with Janelle Monae about a huge Marvel role. It's rumored that she'll portray Storm in the MCU. And again, that's coming from My Time to Shine. Hello. Now, I did want to kind of go into this just a little bit, and for my Black Panther fans, my recast T'Challa fans, this is a conversation a little where I'm going to somewhat give hope on this. Again, I still have my stance on what until Marvel proves me wrong, but this is kind of a theory here. This is something that I could see them possibly doing on the recast T'Challa front. So, but sticking on this part here first with Janelle Monae, this is coming from comingsoon.net, and I'm just going to read a portion here. It said, in an interview with Empire magazine, the 34-year-old singer, songwriter, and actress discussed working on her latest album in Atlanta, at the same time as Ryan Coogler and cast filming the critical and commercial darling Black Panther, and that in hanging out with the stars and co-writer / director, she definitely had conversations with him as to possibly joining the MCU. This is a quote from her saying, "One of my dreams has always been to play Storm. I don't know if she comes in Black Panther, but it would be a dream to have her in it, it'd be a dream to have her in it. I don't know where they are with that. A lot of women have played Storm." I don't know if she knows, only Hallie has. A lot of women have played Storm. Oh, and I forget the girl's name from the reboot from Fox. They've done an exceptional job, and I would love to be in that line of artist and get to do Storm justice. I'm gonna reserve here for a second. And then the last thing here, she says, in comics, Aurora Monroe is, aka Storm, was a major romantic link to King T'Challa, even marrying him at some point, whilst Nakia, who was played in the film by Lupita Nyong'o, eventually became a villain for the titular hero. However, with Coogler choosing to depict Nakia as much more heroic light and major departure from her comics, chances are that should Storm be introduced in the upcoming Black Panther sequel, it's unlikely she'll be a romantic interest to the African hero. Now, I disagree with that. I disagree with her being introduced as the African hero, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. But to go back to the Janelle Monae quote here, when she said that a lot of, and again, maybe I don't know what DeWanda Wise knows about Storm either. She could just love the fact that I see a black superhero, a black goddess, that, she can control the weather. The X-Men are popular. Everybody knows these characters, especially the main characters like Storm, Logan, Scott, Jean. You know who these guys are. So in pop culture, superheroes, especially since the MCU, have become a lot more popular. So I don't know if these women actually know these characters, and or if this is something that, again, hey, this is Marvel, this is the MCU, I need a superhero film like that on my resume, that's big, whatever. I don't know if, I don't know what DeWanda Wise knows. I don't know what Lupita knows, but Janelle knows, but when she said a lot of women have played this character, lets me know you don't even really know much about the character in movie form. A lot of women haven't played the character. Only 2 women have played the character. And so I just wonder if she knows, what she knows about the character. And again, DeWanda Wise is a pick of mine that I really would choose as Storm. And I asked the same question to that. What does she really know about the character also? But the reason I stopped and said down here on this part about the whole not being in a relationship with T'Challa in the MCU, this is where I'm giving that hope that everybody's wanting that recast or to see him in some form in the multiverse, since we are currently in the multiverse saga, so that would make sense. Let me get this pulled up on this part here. So the reason I say that is because there has been some things, obviously, that have come out in the past, or been some things that have come out here recently that we've discussed. Where's that one at? this one here, some of the rumors, and this is something too that we've talked about on this channel quite a bit. What are the chances that we'd see T'Challa in the MCU past, for Secret Wars and things like that? And I've said I don't know how hopeful it is. I don't know what they're going to do, blah, blah, blah. We've discussed and I'm not going into this, but we've discussed again, grain of salt rumors for what is the potential plot for Black Panther 3, and that being more for Doom Wars. Obviously, with Black Panther 2, we learned that vibranium, the world is wanting the vibranium in Wakanda, and obviously, with the original rumors for Black Panther 2, they were going to add Dr. Doom in that because wanting to do Doom Wars. But now have, I guess, saved that, and that's going to be the plot pushed toward for Black Panther 3, because in the synopsis that came out, again, not going to go deep into it, it just said that Shuri's going to be facing one of her greatest adversaries in Marvel Comics, and I would put Dr. Doom as one of T'Challa's greatest adversaries in Marvel Comics. Why? Because Doom actually succeeded in getting the vibranium from Wakanda. He even tried to, broker a deal with Bast and all this other type of things. Storm's in that story as well. Obviously, T'Challa did come out on top because, he rendered the vibranium where it couldn't be used. So, again, that's the storyline that they want to go with. You just replace T'Challa with Shuri. Again, I digress for another time on that topic in itself. But that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do within the current sacred timeline, rumor-wise, current sacred timeline of the MCU for Black Panther 3. Black Panther 3, we've also learned they want to come out, I guess, before Secret Wars. Now, if it does, and this is kind of a rumor, we've heard after, but the newest rumor that I've heard is before Secret Wars. Now, if it does come out before Secret Wars, that then puts it in the line for to be a part of what's going on in Secret Wars instead of the events after. It would put it in the timeline of the events before. And if you do that, and you do introduce Janelle Monae if she is Storm, I personally, that's not my pick. I don't find Janelle Monae that great of an actress. Anytime I think Janelle Monae, I just actually watched a movie with Janelle Monae. It was that Slave movie she was in, and I didn't vibe with her in that film. Does she play Harriet? No, she doesn't play Harriet.
I swear she's in Harriet.
Is she?
I think so.
The Slave movie I'm talking about it's a movie where it's like it's like in today's world, but like some white folks are going around snatching niggas and taking them, like reliving. It's weird. It's weird, but forget the name of that shit. Somebody in the comments I'm sure will say it. But anyway, I don't find Janelle Monae that great of an actress. And to me, if we're going to do Storm,
Antebellum, yeah.
Antebellum. If we're going to do Storm, we've got to do Storm right. Again, my pick is just personally DeWanda Wise, sorry. I've seen others on Twitter that I also agree with, but that's just my top choice. So, if they are truly going with Janelle Monae to be Storm, we do know that the X-Men project is something that we discussed the last time, with rumors of Ryan Coogler possibly attached to directing it. Jeff Snyder recently did on the hot mic. He actually this morning, I watched it, was talking about that and a few other Marvel topics, and in that topic he said no, he hasn't heard anything about Coogler doing. And that report came from My Time to Shine Hello, but he says he hasn't heard anything about Coogler directing an X-Men film. He says he thinks they're going to go with somebody different for the X-Men film. We also heard the report that they wanted a person of color, so that's why when everybody heard about Ryan Coogler doing it, they were like, oh, that kind of lines up with the previous reports. But I still think he thinks they're going to go with a person of color, but someone other than Ryan Coogler. He also even said he didn't think Coogler is going to do Black Panther 3. I disagree with that. I truly believe he's doing Black Panther 3 because it has to wrap up what he's already done. Why would you go with a different director unless he himself doesn't want to do it? But I think he does. So anyway, if they do introduce Janelle as Storm or whoever as Storm, we know from the Marvels that the X-Men, and from rumors and leaks and reports, that the X-Men is going to be taking place in a different universe, just like the Fantastic Four. Now, a lot of us were asking at the beginning, why are all these things happening in different universes? Well, stay with me. It's going to kind of make sense here. And we've kind of talked about this as a rumor also. With them being in a different universe, that's where that rumor of the X-Men versus Avengers has kind of come from. With Monica being in that universe, we don't know what events are going to transpire to make that happen. If that is true, we don't know what events are going to transpire to make that happen. If it's going to be close to the comics, not comic, I don't know. But again, grain of salt on that whole X-Men versus Avengers deal. But the X-Men are in that universe, which now puts Storm in that universe. There is a chance, and this is for the people that are saying, you want this really bad. There is a chance that in that universe, Storm is married to T'Challa. Now, obviously, in our universe, T'Challa's dead. There is no Storm. So in that universe, you could. I'm not trying to. I haven't heard anything about this. You could get a T'Challa and Storm marriage, and T'Challa is in that universe and whatever. I don't know, but you could get a scenario, and this is where it kind of gets fuzzy, because it's like, what happens to the current Wakanda in our universe if the rumor is true? And what we've heard is that after Secret Wars, there's going to be different parts of different universes, like where the Fantastic Four come from and where the X-Men come from, that are going to be put together on the main timeline, and that be a part of the timeline moving forward. How that works, I don't know. That's where, again, it gets kind of fuzzy. But to where those things could work on the main timeline, and it now be that T'Challa in Storm, and again, I don't see this happening, but this is kind of, I'm giving hope here, that T'Challa in Storm could be the main continuity. T'Challa in Storm, like this Fantastic Four coming from this universe is going to be the main Fantastic Four, and this X-Men coming from this universe is going to be the main X-Men. Again, I'm trying to give a little sprinkle of hope with the Storm thing. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening at all. Again, because it then negates the story that Coogler's currently telling with the Bastard, so I don't see that happening. But there is a way that you could get Storm in T'Challa. In one of the Emergency Awesome videos that came out, he was talking about, and I watched the video of him talking about the Black Panther 3 announcements, and some things he said in that was that if they do Storm or whatever, they're going to probably age up the young T'Challa kid, and honestly, it loses me, because when we discuss the kid, it's again nothing on the child himself, Toussaint the actor. I lose interest when we discuss that child. So I really don't know exactly what was said about the kid, but something about aging him up, and then that aged up kid could meet Storm and marry Storm, and I'm just like, again, if you love it, I like it. So. That's what that is right there. So then it sounds awful. One of the other things that they were discussing, I want to make sure I have this right. Let me make sure I have this right.
Here's the end credit scene. Next movie, the nigga's 30 something.
And here on this part here, yeah.
He's 27.
On this part here. Now, this is a tweet from October 15, 2023, to where My Time to Shine Hello was just, quote, tweeting something, "Can we get some toast?" talked about. And this is something we talked about once before, and it was the thing from Joanna Robinson's book, The Reign of Marvel, where Chadwick Boseman, Brie Larson, and Tom Holland were all having the conversations, talking about how they're the next big three, blah, 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 to where someone, I guess, asked, when are we going to get the a new T'Challa, and to where My Time to Shine Hello had stated New Earth, and that is going to be obviously the new world that has come together after this soft reboot. Rumor, again, nothing's official from Marvel, but if the soft reboot does take place, that's what she means by New Earth. That's what she means by New T'Challa. Now, again, I don't know how that works, and I still don't think that's how that works. I don't know how that works unless this T'Challa comes in and then you make him father of the bastard child, like stepfather, step-in father. I don't know. Again, I'm giving hope, because all these ideas sound like shit to me. The only idea that sounds great to me is just simply recasting. But again, I'm just giving you some things we've seen out there, some things that we've kind of made some connections to. Yeah. So those are, with Janelle Monae being, a part of the X-Men. If whoever is cast as Storm, that is a way that you could get that Storm T'Challa relationship, because again, the X-Men aren't going to be from this universe. But do I 100% or 10%, 5% think that that's going to happen? 100% I do not. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that they're going to bring him in, as something we talked about before when talking about all this stuff a long time ago. If you go back to that interview, and I wish I would have pulled it up, but if you go back to that interview with Coogler, he was talking about how in the comics, how a young boy grows up without his father, and we've talked about that, how he's going to take that story, and it's just, that's what it is right now. I don't see it being anything different. Now, do I think that this is possible? And again, this is more so I'm 50-50 on this. Do I think this is possible? Yes, I do think that's possible. I'm 50-50, but I do think that that's possible. But do I think that that's this version comes in and then takes over? No, I don't think that. But again, you could get the Storm T'Challa relationship with the multiversal whatever is going on. And before Q gives thought, I want to read this last part here. We had heard from entertainment analyst WDW Pro. He's on his Twitter for the last 2 years consistently reported that Marvel plans to bring Storm to Wakanda to save that brand. And there's even been whispers with amongst his page that have said, and Marvel may even want Storm to become the ruler of Wakanda. Now that shit, I don't know what that is. But this is something that he had put in an article that he did back in October 18th of 2022. He said, according to two sources provided to the Park Place writer WDW Pro, it's looking like Marvel's MCU may be heading for a windy Wakanda in the future. One contacts inside the merchandising industry is claiming that retailers are upset with Disney over the replacement of Black Panther with an all-female cast. That's not due to sexism or misogyny, but rather out of a concern that the huge demographic of African-American men and boys buying Black Panther merch going to be far smaller when it comes to buying his female replacement. And as we've seen and we've talked about on the shelves, you look at that now. Now Storm doesn't have that problem. Storm's on the shelf. Storm's going to be off the shelves. Storm doesn't have that problem at all. But we've talked about that. You look at the merchandising for Suri now. I was just at a comic book store for Free Comic Book Day, and where I got the jean that I showed you guys, and the Suri, not just Suri. Better example, the clearance aisle at Walmart now. Nakia's there.
I think we've been saying this for like a year.
Yeah, we've been saying this for a long time. No one's buying that shit. Then it goes on to say the following is a heavily paraphrased retelling of focus group findings from a merchandise partner with Disney. Watching Black Panther was a great bonding experience for many black men and their sons in groups led by maternal figures. Maternal figures. This came up as a male role model often took their son to see the Black Panther. Another movie features the characters. And then it says, sometimes for multiple showings, and do you know where these father, sons, nephews, grandson groups often went after the movies? They stopped by their retailer to buy Black Panther toys, shirts, action figures, etc. The fear is now that the Black King theme that connected with so many multiple generational male relationships has been broken. Another source connected to the MCU has confirmed that Marvel is aware of these issues, even if leadership chose to go this route in the wake of Chadwick Boseman's passing. Now they're looking for a way to get away from Wakanda Forever from the Wakanda Forever cast as leads, unless the movie blows away projections, which it did not. In fact, the second source that confirmed what Pro was hearing sent affirmation and more details while he was appearing with Valiant Renegade for their Sunday evening show. And then it goes on talking about like X-Men and stuff. It says, for those wanting the Cliff Notes, Marvel may be considering a shift in connecting Storm from the X-Men with Wakanda in order to have a strong female lead that can still expectedly sell merchandise. The Storm character is perceived as far more popular, known, and established than the other Wakanda characters, which aren't seeming to resonate with audiences. It's not that we're taking a position out of hand. Wakanda Forever is currently projected to make less than half of the original Black Panther revenue at the box office. Then it says, though you may have seen headlines recently about Wakanda Forever could have could have record-breaking first weekend numbers, and that remains the case. There's a curious thing going on where this is projected to be one of the most front-loaded box office runs of all time. Can you imagine the movie nearing 200 million in its first domestic weekend, but never making 500 million by the end of its run? That seems wild, but it's currently the Box Office Pro. It's currently what Box Office Pro is offering as a potential reality. And then again, those are things we all know about in Wakanda Forever and how it shit bombed the box office. But them wanting to make Storm, if this is true, again, this is something W Pro has been talking about for the past 2 years. I was looking on his Twitter today and just kind of scrolling through the different things he said about it over the past few years, and he's thinking that they might try to make Storm the important character of Wakanda instead of immediately placing her with the X-Men. I guess placing her in Wakanda. And again, this to me, I'm done. I'm gonna let you go. This is so quick what I'm about to say. This all these stories, all these loose ends, all this shit that doesn't make sense. Storm ruling Wakanda, trying to make her the face of Wakanda, things like that. This is what happens when you just simply don't recast the fucking main character of the goddamn story. You have to do all these loops and turns and this shit that doesn't make any sense to twist the mind and make the audiences believe that what they're seeing makes sense when there's so many plot holes in everything that they're trying to tell. If you just simply recasted the character, we wouldn't have to have these mundane conversations about, well, if they do this with Wakanda, if they don't do this with Wakanda, if they do this with the character, it'd all be done. But we're sitting here having to have these conversations every time that reports come out about Black Panther, and none of it makes sense. Q, thoughts?
I mean, whereas to the topic was Janelle.
I mean, that's I looped all that in with Janelle Monae, though.
That's definitely not something I don't personally care to see her as Storm. I mean, nothing I've seen in her acting has made me be like, oh yeah, I mean, Storm. But not discrediting her or anything, saying I even dislike her. I just don't see her as Storm, and definitely know there's other people out there. And to where's the quote she said, like, I've been wanting to be Storm my whole life for all that. Like, I don't know, like, everyone says that shit, and then they get to it, and it's like, like you said, they kind of just might want a Marvel check or this and that, want to be a superhero, and so they pick the most popular that resonates with them, or
right.
I don't know, but all this shit is really, I mean, I'm gonna be quick because we talk about this shit all the time. So I mean, anything we've heard in this and that you've brought up today, we've probably already talked about in the sense of that it doesn't make any like
right.
Nothing makes sense in Wakanda without T'Challa as much as you try to spin it. You can spin these little stories and shit. A couple of them may be good, but it's none of them are going to make sense or resonate with fans, because even those people who were on the anti-recast side in the sense when it was so close to Chad's death, some of them are starting to switch over, and then a lot of the other anti-recasts are kind of just ignorant from what I see on the internet, just trying to piss niggas off and shit. But I genuinely don't understand the reason to not recast them and why they're trying to do all these different stories around them and
agreed
without them, and fucking all the side characters, and turn the comic villains into heroes and the heroes into villains, and fucking, I don't know. I don't think any of it makes sense. I don't want to see Janelle Storm. I don't want to see Storm rule Wakanda. I don't want to see
Storm with
it's like, I don't
T'Challa
even know
Jr.
I was gonna say I don't even know if I want to see her with T'Challa right now, because what I'm seeing from '97 with Forge is that they can do it with, like she's with Forge sometimes. I don't want them to just rush T'Challa in the sense of, here niggas shut up, here's him Storm. Here y'all go, but they're in a different universe and shit.
And you're not gonna get
so
them.
I just feel like they need to do whatever they're doing. If they want to, I still think the best theory and how to bring them back is the '60s with the Fantastic Four. If you're gonna do whatever that shit is, if that would be the best way to me, or even
what we talked about, the Illuminati
Yeah,
version.
the 838 or a multiversal Illuminati or some shit, but having him just in this off-Earth world with mutants being... He's not Storm's sidekick. Storm's not his sidekick.
Right.
I don't want to see that be any story or anything. And no, yeah, definitely. I get what you're saying, Brian, in the sense of rush T'Challa back, but I don't want that nigga rushed back in the sense of a Thor: Love and Thunder story or a Ant-Man 3 story. I don't.
Yeah.
I love the nigga, but I don't love him that bad to watch the character suffer and people be like, oh.
Yeah.
This isn't the billion-dollar character we remember or anything, because honestly, that's what T'Challa is in cinema now. I mean, the first time we saw him, I mean, I guess he was in Civil War, but him in his own movie, billion-dollar character. So, I mean, that's what fans expect. They don't expect anything less. At least that's how I see it. And so, we saw what we got whenever we didn't have him, however much money that lost, not made, lost. And so... That's just my point of view. I don't want to see... I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't want to see them make a bunch of shit up just to try and satisfy fans, but then again, it has no correlation to the story they just told. They're just making a whole new story. And then, like you said, I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
None of them. Like, you're trying to do 2, 3, 4 different plots of maybe this, and none of them make sense. Like, none of them sound good.
Yeah, not one. But anyway, with Janelle Monae being rumored to be Storm, or in talks with Marvel to be Storm, if she is coming from, like we do know, they are going to come from a different universe. What universe that is, we're not sure. Well, it's obviously what numbered universe that is, not sure, but it's the universe that Monica is currently in. She was in at the end of the Marvels, where we saw Beast, and they mentioned Professor X, and we also, her mom.
You have to.
Why am I blanking on mom's name? But her mom's name in X-Men universe. Fuck. I don't remember. I know her name, but Binary. God damn it. Anyway, yeah, Binary. Saw all them. So there's other X-Men there.
I was my fault. I wasn't even fucking. I was responding.
other X-Men there. So if with all these other X-Men being there, Storm is likely in that mix, and so that's where you could possibly get the hope of something else with that Storm. But what do you guys think about Janelle Monae being in talks with Marvel to be Storm, and what do you think about the possibilities of that Storm having some type of connection to Wakanda, or a Storm having connections to Wakanda, like in the WDW reports? What are your thoughts about the whole thing overall? Let us know down below in the comments what we got.
Raymond said, how are they going to handle that anyway, since we aren't getting a Photon series?
I don't know.
I mean, I would assume that's just what's going to
happen in the
catapult us
film.
into another universe, if they do the X-Men being in a different universe. Or shit, maybe they have other plans, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Raymond also said, I have a feeling with this course correct, they're going to do T'Challa, but we might get it after BP3 if it comes out before Secret Wars.
Maybe.
Xavier said, DeWanda is still at the top of my list.
Mine too.
Raptor said, Storm needs charisma, and DeWanda Wise has the talent to do her justice. They're talking. Brian Fisher said, this shit sucks. I literally watched Infinity War and Endgame at least 5 times this week. Missed those masterpiece type films.
Yeah. Yeah. Miss those films.
Raptor said, I'd love to see T'Challa and Storm marriage, and after Magneto X Rogue, maybe X-Men fans will give T'Challa another shot.
Yeah, those X-Men fans really don't care for T'Challa.
D. Steezel said, not feeling this rumor. Talking Janelle.
Yeah, no. I agree with Anthony. She's small, and not only that, I don't think Janelle can act. I think she's that great of an actor.
D. Steele said, would be cool if Carol showed up in X-Men 97 as Binary or Warbird.
Yeah. Bo got asked about that. I also don't think Janelle Monae is that great of an artist. I'm trying to just think
He
like
doesn't see it at all.
the only thing I have when I think of Janelle Monae, I think of BET back in the day when I used to get ready for school in the morning. They used to play, or VH1 back in the day when they used to play those music videos in the morning. You'd wake up to "I'm gonna see my face, so it gives you MTV," you know, all those songs. They play those top songs. At one point in time, Janelle Monae had one of the top songs. And it was that song that "Rather You High." You know, it's really song. It's really stupid. Like it's
I couldn't
tip
tell you
on
that
the
I know
tightrope. I'm like, that's the only thing I know from her. Like I don't know anything else other than Antebellum, and I didn't like that. So I didn't like a song from her, and I didn't like her acting. So there's 2 times I've been disappointed by Janelle. Yeah, she's 0 for 2 for me. So I'm good.
Last one. Soul Sparks said, or a couple more. Soul Sparks said, "Why can't Storm have her own standalone Origins movie? They could do the storyline where Doctor Doom captured her."
We have heard that rumor again that is something that they want to do. If they were going to do a solo X-Men film, that is who they want to focus on. Storm. Solo X-person film.
Deece Diesel said, "Former models have a better acting track record than musicians."
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Raymond said, "Jodie Turner is too light. I need someone dark." I'm telling you, she's playing Mystique.
Who are we talking about? Janelle?
He said it earlier, too. Someone
Did he?
said, I don't know if it was him, but someone said it earlier, too.
I don't like that. Is it Janelle? I think it's Janelle. I think it's the same thing I have with Mackie. Yeah. It's that same thing. That's what it is.
Grand Regent said, "X-Men is supposed to be set in a different universe from the MCU."
Yes, X-Men is in the universe.
From the recent rumors we've been hearing?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
It's supposedly the universe that is at the end of the Marvels that Monica gets sucked into. Raymond said, she can
My
act
fault.
better than most of them. Who? Are we talking about people in the MCU? I happen to think that they've done a brilliant job on some of the casting. Well, when it comes to actors, master class actors that they brought into. And then some actors, weren't even master class actors before coming into the MCU. Most people didn't even know who some of these people were. But now, I guess you could say that could be a thing for Janelle. Maybe she could come in, but I don't know. I guess I would have to see what she does.
No, that's not.
I don't know.
We've already seen the work that's been put out. Like this isn't her in a role thing. This is I don't want her as Storm.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Maybe not a. We gotta see.
Yeah, no.
Let me see. If you see any more, I don't know if I'm scrolling up a little.
No, it's fine. We can go to.
I was going to say, Brian. Last one I'll read is Brian said, "Well, I think they're starting to go away from that bullshit because they're losing money. We have no A-list blackmail superheroes with actual superpowers. We got a knockoff Captain America with no super soldier juice and a damn old No, you're not lying.
No, you're not. All right, we'll move here to this one. This is something that is not new. It's been talked about for quite some time. It's been talked about ever since Endgame, actually. It's been talked about and rumored that this was a Marvel project that they really wanted to do. This was something that was on the table. Now, we never heard anything officially as of now, just like with this rumor. Nothing is official from Marvel. This is coming, again, from My Time to Shine Hello, to where she said Chris Evans will reprise his role as Captain America for a limited series about Steve returning the Infinity Stones. Fans suspect that show series will be a 6-episode event. And this does coincide with some of the other rumors and things that people have about Scarlett Johansson, which we've heard that she is doing a secret Marvel project, and some people think that this is that secret Marvel project that she is doing. It has to do with and this is not the title for this, what again fans are thinking, the Man Out of Time. Also rumored after Endgame it was going to be the Nomad. There's a point in time in Marvel Comics where Steve Rogers became Nomad. I think he even had Yeah, he was Nomad at one point in time, but this is not. I don't think it's going to be called Nomad. I don't think it's going to be called the Man Out of Time. I don't know. And this is something. Again, this is a rumor, a heavy rumor. We don't know if this is something that is actually being done, but it is something that has been talked about by fans over and over, and again on the line once again it's been given life. What did they say that? Let me pull that part up here. This says, and this is coming from a report here that says, being one of the MCU's beloved characters, Captain America has been involved in numerous projects. Currently, there's a movie in the works centered around Sam Wilson's Captain America, slated to release in 2025. Additionally, recent rumors suggest that Chris Evans' Captain America may come out of retirement. Reportedly, Chris Evans is set to return in a limited series that follows Captain America's journey to returning the Infinity Stones to their rightful places in time, as per My Time to Shine Hello. The concept does seem intriguing, especially considering that the process depicted in the movies was glossed over and rushed. This rumor gains further traction from one recent report suggesting that Evans has already signed on to reprise his role as Captain America. A limited series about Steve Rogers returning the Infinity Stones is in development at Marvel Studios, again via My Time to Shine Hello. And if they were to do something like that, again, if you do
You cannot live with your own failure.
if you do a Chris Evans Captain America centered film with him returning the stones, fans would flip for that. It's kind of like I said the other night with the whole, I'm not going to spoil it, but the whole rumored post-credit scene for Deadpool. Fans are going to flip if that is the case. And same with this. You get, because it's familiar, it's a character that is already beloved in the MCU. And not only a character beloved in the MCU, but an actor who I think does a fucking damn good job at playing this character within the MCU. People want to see Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. People want to see more of Captain America, not Sam Wilson's Captain America. And again, mileage may vary, but so much more of Steve Rogers' Captain America. And then again, you think about the concept of this. He's got Mjolnir at this time. He's returning the stones. We don't know what could happen while he's returning the stones. And we have to also remember that during this time in the MCU, this is the multiversal saga. So with him returning the stones and doing things that there could be several things that happen along the way that could, either fuck up more or whatever. And this could also be something too we have to remember about these rumors with the multiversal saga is they're supposed to be a multiversal Avengers team. And I often wondered how they were going to do Captain America. I always hoped it wasn't going to be Sam Wilson's Captain America leading. I thought obviously you could bring a Cap from a different universe, sure, just like they're going to do with Tony. Okay, cool. But I was thinking that, how are you going to do Steve? He's old, blah, 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 blah. Well, if this is a multiversal Avengers team and this is Cap going through time, you could have it to where he ends up in the multiversal war, where it is this Cap, the TVA, Ravonna Renslayer had said, what'd she say to Loki? What the Avengers did was supposed to happen, referring to the time heist. I don't know that applies to Cap going back and putting the stones back. That could cause an incursion. That could cause anything. That could, I don't know. So the TVA could be involved. There could be several different things involved with this Man Out of Time rumored series, but it is something that could happen.
Why? I haven't seen that shit in a minute. Why did he return the stones?
Because that was kind of the deal when they were going and getting the stones, and they were going in throughout time, that each one of them had to be returned back to its right where they got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see it. I mean, I don't know. It just sucks that these niggas have done so bad that they just gotta go back to Steve and fucking Chris Evans and Downey and fucking, I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely excited to see it, and
if real, yeah.
Hope fucking, is this what Johansson is supposed to be working on, or?
Yeah, let me read this little thing about that really quick. It just says Scarlett Johansson is rumored to be involved in a top secret Marvel project, potentially a Disney Plus series. Clues hint at an upcoming untitled Scarlett Johansson series, adding intrigue and speculation. Marvel Cinematic Universe continues to expand with the possibilities of a Black Widow standalone series. It's not going to be that. Then she goes on to say, Johansson said during the Asteroid City junket last June It's still happening, if referring to the project. Yes, it is still happening, but currently, because nothing is happening right now, we're all sort of in this holding pattern as we wait out the writer's strike, and this was obviously during that time, and potentially our own guild strike, and so on and so forth. Right before the strike, we were in the middle of developing it, and now everything is at a simmer. But things have obviously picked back up since then, because this was reported a couple weeks ago that she was back on track working on it. So yeah, this is that deal with her.
I mean, the only reason I asked that is because it's like, it begs the question. I don't know if they really I don't know. They shouldn't even have done anything with Steve, because it's like, if you're gonna make a project about him fucking returning the stones because it would have fucked our timeline over and shit. I mean, you could have very well just like made a series or movie about him, what happened whenever they don't return the stones and how that fucked Earth over and shit. But I just feel like that's honestly a big way to save some of this shit too. Like, there's so much shit going on, and it's like, we don't know what's causing it. We don't know where everyone's at. We don't know why the Eternals didn't show up earlier. Fucking why nobody showed up earlier. And so, I don't know. Maybe this is a way for them to bring new characters in, explain some of the shit they've already done. And I don't know. But it's like, that's kind of my question. Do you even want to attach it to anything that's been going on recently, or do you just want to put out something that fucking fans are going to like and have it just correlate with everything from phase 3 and 4?
Well, I think if you do...
And then the shit that happens in that movie impacts the current timeline. Or would you rather have fucking...
I think
going on, the reasoning and stuff, if you get what I'm saying.
I think the concept, if this is true, of him returning the stones and, the whole multiversal, him going through the multiverse and then, hearing like, okay, things are fucked up here, or this is not the way I left my universe, I don't remember this happening, or things, the concept could be, okay, what is causing all of this? So where Steve is now saying to himself, being Steve, okay, I've got to get involved and see what's happening with my world, why are all these other worlds, who is this Kang person, if Kang is truly still, to then making him, okay, maybe our Cap becomes the leader of the multiversal team or whatever. So I think the concept of that is interesting, because then you bring him into the fold of the multiversal ward, to where it's like maybe he could even find a Tony from from another universe, because he's like, okay, we got to get I don't know. I just, he's got Mjolnir also. That's just badass in itself. But you just think about the concept of what it could be, tying it into all of this stuff also. That way you already have Evans back as Cap for Secret Wars or for all the other, for Secret Wars Part 1 and 2, possibly 3. I like the concept. I see what you're saying, though, about, like, what could you do? Or could it be a deal where you don't even tie it to this, and it's just... You could. But I think this is also a good time to implement even more so of the TVA. And maybe have them get involved. It's like, because like I said, Renslayer said what the Avengers were supposed to happen. I don't think she meant anything about Steve going back in. And obviously, when he went back, we know he did shit outside of just returning the stone. He was having a life with Peggy. So that within itself also fucks the timeline.
Yeah.
So the TVA is probably going to be, hey, bruh, you really fucked some shit up. So we got to...
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know, but it could be an interesting concept or whatever they do with it. But just to have Chris Evans back is a W for them, because that series alone would kill everyone watched Endgame. Like that Endgame was not like a sanction of fans, or just was a group of people. No, that was like a phenomenon worldwide. People loved Endgame, and so people know who Chris Evans is as Captain America. So you slap his face as, oh, that guy that I thought was dead, even if you haven't been paying attention since Endgame. That concept, because it still attaches you to the Infinity Saga with the stones, brings people, in my opinion, like, hey, that's a good idea. But thoughts, what you guys think, as always, what you guys are thinking about Chris Evans back as Captain America. If this is a series, again, this is a series that's been rumored for a long time, but this could be the reality of it now with Scarlett Johansson and what she's doing with her secret project at Disney Plus. It could be this this could be attached to it. So let us know what you guys are thinking down below. Your thoughts on this series.
Diesel said, only thing I didn't like about MCU Cap was staying in the past to be with his boo thing was completely out of character.
Yeah.
Raymond said, so question for everybody. Hypothetically, let's say Daredevil and Wolverine, Cap 4, Thunderbolts, and Blade are all critically and audience-wise trashed over or under 40%. Does Marvel trash the multiverse saga?
That's a very good question.
I mean, fucking Blade's not supposed to come out for another 2 years, so that's a wide-ass fucking window of... I mean, I don't think Daredevil and Wolverine's going to do under fucking 40, so it's kind of just asking about Cap and Thunderbolts, in my opinion.
I don't think Thunderbolts is going to move the needle for anyone.
Oh, no. Nobody wants that shit.
Yeah, I don't see that film... I don't see Thunderbolts doing good.
Because somebody may, but...
I just don't... And, again, it always comes down to, we got to see trailers, we got to see this. I just don't... I feel like Thunderbolts is going to be, again, what we've said before. It's like Suicide Squad. It's going to be more comedic than anything. I mean, the last time David Arbor talked about it, he said, we got a group of idiots together that to me just didn't start it right. So it just feels more comedic than anything. So I don't know. We have to wait to see.
D. Steele said, I want Steve Rogers back in a reboot, but it doesn't have to be Chris.
Yeah. No, it doesn't have to be Chris for me either.
Raptor said Red Skull showing up comes to mind, or Kang stalking Steve.
Yeah. Yeah, would he go to, Von Mir, see Red Skull? Obviously, he'd have to return that stone, so...
And then Brian said Natasha could come back when he returned the Soul Stone.
Could, yeah.
Grand Regent said, not gonna lie, the MCU made me love Captain America as a kid. Reading comics, I hated Cap. Characters sell the MCU, not mantles. Recast T'Challa, man. SMH.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Chris Evans in that role is really good. Really good. I remember, when he shows up in Infinity War after Wanda and Vision are getting attacked. And the train goes by, and the dun dun, 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 everybody, went crazy. It's, and then I also think about when they're in Wakanda and him and T'Challa are sprinting. Cap is up there with him. Cap is Cap is. I like Chris Evans as Cap.
I just had to picture this shit. Raymond said, I don't want them to fail, but given what's happened lately, I'm concerned. I don't know how good the Thunderbolts is going to be.
I don't think it's going to be great at all. I really don't.
Raymond also said, in my opinion, Steve should have died and Tony lives, and he makes the decision to not even send the stones back, and he creates the Illuminati and gives each member a stone.
I like that concept. Raymond, did we agree? Did we just agree? I like that concept.
Shit ain't never happened. Brian said Thor's entrance to Wakanda is the greatest in history.
My favorite scene with Thor. Gray said, didn't that MCU book cover some of these rumors, including the New World T'Challa? Are you talking about Joanna Robinson's? Joanna Robinson's Reign of Marvel? I think she just talked about the three of them being the next big three in Marvel.
You see that shit I sent you about the fucking Blade comic?
I did. I didn't get to read it, but I did see this fucking phone doesn't stop at that job.
The new Dracula comic that just came out is like the exact plot leak from the first Blade.
Oh.
The first plot leak we got for the Blade movie. Like about his daughter and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. It's interesting. Brian said, what black male hero could we see next besides Blade? Fucking should have got Voodoo 7 years?
Some time ago.
Should have got Voodoo some years ago.
Some time ago.
Shit. At this rate,
I'm not gonna again sugarcoat it.
I'd
I
have
don't
to say
see
it's gonna
one.
be a mutant.
Yeah, okay, there you go, mutant. But outside of a mutant, are you talking about unknown wise? No, no.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm like, I mean,
no, I don't see one coming that's unknown. Like I know everybody keeps talking about Adam. I don't get your hopes up. I'm serious. I don't see Adam Brashear. I don't see that happening. I just don't. Then once upon a time, I had this hope. I did. I would be like, oh yeah, Marvel's gonna, give him time. No, they're not looking at Adam Brashear to bring in Blue Marvel. I just don't. So I would think a mutant, yeah, because that's the next. So it'd be a black mutant, Storm.
I mean, but he said male.
Oh. Let me see. Maybe Bishop. But hell, he's been gone in animated form since. I don't know. Maybe Bishop. I don't know. Damn. I don't know, bro. It's not like I could say a name, but that'd just be given. I could give him opinion. I could give hope. My hope, I guess.
Well, nigga, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I don't know. I guess, for me, I'd bring in, Sync or Prodigy or, Frenzy, Darwin, somebody like that, I guess. We were talking to... but, it's not going to happen, I don't think. So...
I've never heard this nigga so hope.
They don't give me hope for characters that people don't. And another reason is what Bob Iger just recently said, that they're going to start doing this whole 3-movie deal and putting focus back on the characters that people want to see. That's why the rumored Monica series got canceled. So,
Bob said no more niggas.
Oh, Robert.
Man, I'm still scrolled up a little.
D. Stizzle said Adam Brashear is too much OP blackness for Nate. Speaking of Nate, Gray messaged me, and that is, where is he? I mean, is he working on Captain America?
I didn't hear he got fired from it.
Because,
and the nigga, yes, he was assigned to Cap.
I know he was assigned, but,
never heard he got fired from it.
Because
I don't know what his role was. Because I don't think he was a main... He might have been.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Where is Nate Moore?
Did he get fired or anything? I didn't hear anything about him getting fired from Marvel in general or from Cap.
Here's my thing. Because Gray made a good point when he messaged me earlier. Which I've mentioned before about the whole Brad Winterbaum thing, doing all the talking as the new executive producer. Where did Brad Winterbaum come from? This motherfucker just dropped out of nowhere as the new executive producer. And Nate Moore, I have not seen him since the flop of Forever. I haven't seen him. And we haven't even really talked about Nate. And now, as just a concerned brother, where are you? Is he hurt? Did they put him back on ice and do they need him again as the token? Where is Nate? This is from 2022. We have had almost 2 whole years of no Nate. Let's see.
Can anybody find what the nigga's been doing?
I mean, these are just your generic, and all these are from 2022 and below. There's nothing. But you type in Brad Winterbaum, a bunch of recent interviews will come up with the title executive producer. So I don't know where the fuck Nate is. I don't know where he is, but I think he might be gone too.
Xavier said Nate is in a dungeon until the next Black project comes out. Hey, I'm telling you, the second marketing for Cap comes out, you finna see that big-headed nigga on screen. Telling you.
He most recently served as producer on Black Panther: Wakanda Forever release. So,
Just Google what is he doing? What is Nate Moore doing?
What is Nate Moore doing? Let's just ask Google. What? Google. Hey Siri.
D. Steele said, I wanted to see She-Hulk, Echo, Moon Knight, and Eternals, but not like this.
Nate Moore is VP of Production and Development at Marvel Studios. Well,
that's just wiki, though. You know, ain't none of this new. Click his Instagram.
I don't think he has one.
This ain't him. Finna bring up some random nigga IG.
Yeah, no, that's not our
Stream.
Nate Moore. I don't know that Nate Moore. Yeah, I don't think he has one. I know he doesn't have social media because... Okay, why is it not going back? I know he doesn't have social media because I tried to tag him in several things on Twitter, but he didn't have one. Yeah, that man's gone. Nate Moore is just gone. So I don't know. I don't know. No, that's somebody's coach. That's somebody's coach. Somebody with hashtag Heat NBA. I know that's not him.
Hey, that's crazy, though. Really can't find nothing about this.
Nah, he's gone. I'm telling you, the last interview this man did, I want to say, was it not with E-Man? Was that not the last? I'm telling you, I have not.
Oh, E.
I haven't.
You start that petition, Nick? Hold on. E-Man done did something to
I don't
That's
know
crazy, though, because now that you say that,
I think that was the last time.
I don't remember hearing shit from him since.
Now, just out of curiosity, the last time we discussed Nate Moore, I don't know, so I want to see this.
Nate Moore is a pretty common name. I agree.
The last time that we discussed Nate, it obviously would have been in a recast of Chala video, so I can just go to that
I don't know why
playlist.
the fuck I just agreed to that. Like, I know more than one Nate Moore. I don't know more than one Nate Moore.
Oh, I don't either. He's the only Nate Moore I know. The last time we discussed Nate,
Nigga scrolling.
was here. And that was 1 year ago. I don't know. He might really be gone. He might really be gone. Anyway. Well, if he is, ding dong. If he is, ding dong, which is dead. But we've got... Yeah, so we're done with the main topic stuff. I'll just kind of scroll through this stuff and we can discuss it as we go here. Let me see. So that is, let's see.
And he got fired.
Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? Is that shit not crazy? Fired. And these kids probably loved him too.
Man, hell yeah.
And now they about to go to school. Sad, depressed. They ain't got a teacher they love. They probably about to get some old stuffy ass motherfucker in there now.
Principal too for firing him or whoever. Yeah, no. Did you I don't know if you follow the fucking gaming shit, but you see Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy are in Multiverses, a little Warner Brothers fighting game.
No, I didn't know that.
They announced the Joker yesterday, and it's Hamill.
No, I did not know.
So that should be good.
This is coming from the Hot Mic report this morning. It says there are projects that have been announced that will not be moving forward at Marvel Studios due to Bob Iger's interest in less movies and shows per year. Armor Wars is rumored to be one of those projects shelved. I don't know why people keep getting excited that Armor Wars is I've been saying I don't think that's a thing. Like I forget about Armor Wars because Marvel forgets about Armor Wars. So, and who knows what they're doing with Rhodey at this point with Don Cheadle being 50 something. I don't really,
I mean, you don't even need him to do nothing considering he is fucking in the suit.
Yeah, so, that too.
I mean, he don't have to do shit. It's just a simple fact of...
Yeah, that's true.
How long have we been hearing... It's kind of the same thing with Blade.
Yeah, it's been... Well, there's a theme with that.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. Same thing with Blade, shit. Same thing with little girl, Riri.
Oh, I thought her shit was canceled.
That is it?
I thought is it canceled or delayed till?
Haven't heard about it.
Yeah, me either.
I never understood why they didn't just insert her shit into Armor Wars. I mean, it's that make it all one big.
Yeah, I thought that's what they were going to do originally. I thought that's
Raymond
what they
said
were doing.
It's coming out 2025.
What is that? Ironheart.
Even after the recent 3-movie 2-show thing.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's not happening, brother.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see that happening. I don't.
I don't either, though. I mean, because that's why I'm kind of.
Yeah, if you're trying to put the interest on, no, who cares? And you could say, well, it's Stark Tech.
Well,
but it ain't Tony.
Dude, I mean, I see a lot of on Twitter. I see a lot of even in our last video, Wakanda Forever was great. Some people do like it.
Yeah.
Does anybody really remember her from?
But is it enough? Is it enough? Is it going to be enough people? I'll tell you what people are going to watch. If Mephisto truly is in this series, well, people are going to want to see him as Mephisto.
That's what I was about to say. From the shit we heard.
Yeah, but from also what we've heard and we've speculated is that he's going to be more like Luther is, like you said, like Lucifer is Lucifer in the Lucifer Netflix show, where he's not going to be in his form as Mephisto. And if he does, it's going to be the very last episode, and that will be the highest rated episode. People want to see Mephisto. But if it's Sacha Baron Cohen going in there doing a comedy skit as Mephisto, that's going to piss people off.
Yeah, no, I mean.
So
it wouldn't surprise me though.
Yeah, I don't know what they do with Armor or Ironheart. If that, I'm telling you, that's a tough sell. That's a tough, and I'm someone that actually has kept up with the MCU. We're talking about people that didn't even watch Moon Knight, that didn't watch. Now I don't know what Ironheart is going to be about. Again, you've got the Stark Tech, you've got her in a Iron Man suit that could appeal to people as the interest of, what's this? And maybe if the first episode's good enough, maybe they watch the second. I don't want to shit on her. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I still think, I don't know. If anything, I think Armor Wars should come out sooner than later if they're doing it. Is it still, did they switch it to a movie? Or is it still a series?
No, it got switched to that. That was the last big announcement. Oh, we're not doing it as a series. We're doing it as a movie.
I mean, Secret Invasion was shit, but this is the closest thing to continue it in the sense of the Skrulls. And
if it doesn't,
got Rhodey.
Then Secret Invasion was a waste.
Yeah, no, and they got Rhodey, and then now maybe they're getting all the armor, Tony's armor, some shit, preparing for some of. I don't know. I personally think there's some good stories you can tell with Armor Wars.
I think so.
Are they going to do it?
That's what we heard about Ultron returning.
Resonate with most of the audiences? Maybe not. Are they going to do the good stories? Maybe not. But do I think they could? Yeah, no, that potential is there. Even though Wakanda Forever wasn't the greatest, if they are going to combine Ironheart, I don't know. Even though that wasn't the greatest, even though there is no Iron Man, we know we'd expect to see some little futurate projection of Robert Downey or some shit talking to him how he did in fucking Endgame or whatever. And so, I don't know. I think there's potential, but here and they keep pushing it back, and I mean, it's almost like lose interest. I'm not really interested in Blade, considering they keep, as much as I want to see it, it's like you lose interest for shit whenever they keep pushing shit back, and they don't really dedicate their most to it or anything like that. They're focused on other things, and so I can see why no one's interested in this shit. I'm surprised even fucking the post got 77 likes.
Yeah, no. So that's the front on Armor Wars. Let's see. Avengers 5 is more likely, again from Snyder Report, Avengers 5 is more likely to have a director that's never directed an MCU movie before. X-Men is more likely to have a director that's previously directed the MCU. Ryan Coogler is not expected to direct the X-Men. And that is, again, coming from Snyder on the hot mic this morning with John Roca. Let's see. Let me see what else we got. This is just things coming out in June to get us toward. I look at June as getting me to July for Deadpool. Even though I do want to see something, like I really want to see House of Dragon. I really want to see The Boys season 4. Acolyte, okay. Bear, I've not seen it, so but those two for sure, House of Dragon and The Boys, I do want to see. Let's see, talked about that one as well. Oh yeah, let's do the Fantastic Four one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ralph Vincent has been cast as Galactus in Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four, and that's coming from the Hollywood Reporter. So obviously all the scoopers were saying at one point that it was going to be Antonio Banderas, or you had heard it was going to be brother from Dune, forget his name. Yeah. Supposed to be one of them, and I'm so glad it's not either one of them, because one of the complaints that I had with them, and it's nothing to them, nothing towards them at all when I say this, their accents are too thick to be Galactus. Like that just wasn't gonna work. But Ralph's voice. Are
you saying them in terms of that's their pronouns, or?
No, I was saying like Antonio Banderas and whoever. What is his name?
I know. You said they, them.
No, what is fuck.
I was just confused as to why you weren't calling. Like you just said his name.
Javier Bardem. Yeah, Javier Bardem. Him and Antonio Banderas were the ones that the scoopers were saying.
Fault.
Yeah.
You were talking about two different people. I thought you were only talking about Javier. I was like, what is going on?
No. Javier and Antonio.
Why did this nigga just switch up so quick?
They were the two that everybody kept saying, oh, no, they're going to be, those are in the running. Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, I thought it was more Antonio.
Yeah, that's what, it was more Antonio.
So is Julia Garner confirmed, or is that still a rumor?
That has not come from Marvel's. Well,
is that more of a rumor?
It did no. That's not a rumor. It is confirmed. That came from Variety. Reported that first, I believe. Yeah, so she is confirmed as Silver Surfer.
Do we know if it's actually Surfer, or is it going to be?
No, it's Shalabala.
Okay.
Rumored to be Shalabala. That hasn't come from Marvel, but
makes sense.
Rumored. But yeah, Ralph's voice, as everybody's been talking about Diablo, the game, and his voice in the game. Have you heard his voice before? Listen to this man's voice. I think this can be played for everybody to hear. I want to say, if I play
it. If it's on YouTube, should be good to react to it.
But it's, hold on, let me switch that. Boom. Right, you guys should be able to hear this.
Face of malevolence are cowards. You seek a weapon against the darkness rising in Sanctuary. The only thing I can arm you with is knowledge. So when evil finds a foothold and flourishes once again, at least I can say it was not due to ignorance.
Yeah. Yeah, he's also got
especially with like some fucking effects to it.
You put that echo behind it.
Straight him.
No, that's just his voice, because you look at him here, like
you put that loud ass giant towering effect on that.
This is him from, I don't know what movie this is, but this is without all the music.
Get me a remote unit.
Got access. What's the command?
Kill the bastards.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, you put the effects behind his voice, that echo, that menacing God voice. Yeah, you got a great Galactus.
Towering over these niggas effect.
Yeah, you got a great Galactus, and not only that, you've got his face too. He's got the long face to fit the Galactus look too. So however they CGI it or whatever they do, it's gonna look good. I think it's gonna look good. So I keep getting more and more excited for the X-Men film. The more and more comes out about it. Fantastic Four. The more and more comes out about it. John Malkovich, just being John Malkovich, the actor he is. I hope it's not like a small, minuscule role that's like, oh, we just got John Malkovich to come in here and, do a I love you, Spider-Man type of role. No, I don't want him to do that. I don't know who he could be in here. Maybe one of the Heralds. I mean, I don't know. Definitely, everybody has suspected that Paul is going to obviously voice probably Herbie, because Marvel said they wanted a comedian to voice Herbie, and so he probably is likely to do that. But the Ralph thing, great choice, and just him talking even here.
To Dagmar Cleftjaw, and in the books,
like
he's called Cleftjaw because he's had an axe.
He's his voice, bro. He's got a good voice. But I like that one. But they also go on. This is other things for. It says Marvel Studios has officially cast both Ghost Rider and Galactus. It's rumored that Ryan Gosling will portray Ghost Rider. Now I don't know how many times we've heard Ryan Gosling is going to join the MCU as some character, but could I see him as Ghost Rider? Yeah, I could. I could see him as Ghost Rider. I mean, he's got the look. I saw him more as, who do we say? No, it was always Ghost Rider that people wanted Gosling as, I thought.
I mean, last time I remember we were talking about Norman Reedus or whatever. Did he play the last Ghost Rider?
Reedus,
No, he
that's
didn't.
right.
Yeah, it was supposed to be, yeah.
He's in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed
right.
to be.
That's who everybody wanted. That's who it was. It wasn't Gosling. I'm trying to remember what role people wanted Gosling in. What was that?
Yeah, I remember we've been talking about him joining. I feel like
For
it's
a
always
long
been a different
time.
role, though.
Yeah.
I feel like every time some white nigga's brought up, like, I feel like they're talking about Gosling. I feel
Every
like
time.
Whenever they were talking about nigga from the Guardians.
Oh.
They're trying to put Gosling
Warlock?
there. Yeah, they're trying to put Gosling there, so.
Nova.
Yeah,
Nova.
yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
Gray. That's the
yeah.
one that everybody wants Gosling as. Nova. Or fan casted him as. It's Norman Reedus for Ghost Rider.
Who did they recast Sentry as? He's not the Asian dude anymore from the Netflix series, is he? Is it still Steven Yeun? Or I thought he quit.
He did quit.
Did they recast Sentry yet?
They did. What's the kid's name?
Forgot.
Hold on, I know they talked about it.
Unless anyone in the comments.
Okay.
You can see a whole bunch of random shit.
I should have been able to just search his their shit here, but I still can probably pull it up. Because it should be in this shit coming up. Because it wasn't that long ago that he was cast. Or rumored to be cast. Damn, we all the way. Where are we at? And that's only in May. Damn, people talk about Sentry that much? Damn, like what? Are there Sentry threads? Like, were people having these conversations about Sentry? Because this is just April. And this was a while back that he was... So maybe it would be top. Damn, there was Steven Yeun right there.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know
Gray
the
said
kid's
Louis
name.
Pullman.
Thank you, Gray, because I don't remember his name. And not only that, I also didn't think when they cast him that he was that guy for
No, I
Sentry.
think they still could have did better.
Yeah, I felt like this was like,
Unless, I mean, maybe they throw the nigga in a long blonde wig, or maybe I don't know. I don't know what.
he's
Sentry
not
did.
Sentry to me.
But no, he's not. I didn't see it either.
It's like when I saw this originally, I thought to myself, they were just like, we lost Steven, so just pick someone.
It's closer than Steven.
Yeah, that's true.
But Steven was like the farthest you could get from Sentry, honestly, other than making him black.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you put a blonde wig on him. Oh, shit, I was probably about to say some shit that would have got me canceled. Oh, fuck. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that could work. Maybe. Maybe. But, yeah, I still don't think that he works as Sentry. I'm not saying that shit. That's one of those intrusive thoughts that you don't let slip out.
I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, Gray, he can work out. he can work out because here, yeah.
Oh, any nigga can work out. PED, steroids is there. I'm not, but I mean, just first impression. I wasn't. I don't know, but I don't feel like they ever tried to nail Sentry in terms of casting. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna CGI him more with the void and I don't know.
I don't know. But it's kind of, let me go back. Okay. First look at Bucky on the set of Thunderbolts as, Sebastian Stan there. I still think, as we all do, he should be the leader of the team. Rumor is that Yelena will be called White Widow in the movie, and she will have her comic-accurate white uniform or white suit in the show. This is Doctor Strange news. This is Doctor Strange 3 will be Agamotto's MCU debut. I hear the real Agamotto is in Doctor Strange 3. Agamotto was the first Sorcerer Supreme of Earth. That's coming from My Time to Shine. Hello as well. Doctor Strange fan, what are your thoughts on Agamotto being in Doctor Strange 3?
I mean, I don't get it. I'm not opposed to it, but I don't get it. I mean, Doctor Strange ain't even fucking, from what we've seen, not supposed to be on Earth in the next movie.
That's true.
So, I don't know. I mean,
That's true.
I don't really have any thoughts about it. I feel like with Doctor Strange, they're not even really telling a story. I feel like
just placing him.
That, and I don't know, every time I first storyline was cool, but it's like every time I hear Doctor Strange, it's just Christine. Like, what if Doctor Strange 2, the one, like, I don't know. So, I mean, comic-wise, it made sense how little they did it because, I mean, First Love and then what happened and everything, but how much they're dragging this shit even while bringing Clea in and then... So I don't know what the fuck they're trying to tell in that story, to be honest. I mean... Nigga's my favorite character, and I'll tell you straight up, I didn't like Multiverse of Madness, so... Am I expecting myself to like fucking... I honestly like him when he cameos more. Like, but maybe that's because the Russos wrote it.
That too, yeah. This one says the MCU's X-Men movie is almost ready to pick a writer with finalists such as Raph Junkins, who wrote on The Wheel of Time, Michael Leslie, who wrote on The Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes. You saw that one. What did you think of that one?
The music in it was beautiful.
Oh.
That's all that fucking... That shit was a musical.
Oh. Was it not good? Like the Hunger Games film?
It wasn't Hunger Games. It was...
what's his name's story?
It was
Snow's
President...
story.
I mean... What I mean when it was President Snow's story in the sense of how he became what he was, but it just wasn't like Hunger Gamesy to me. They had a little Hunger Games with kids and stuff, but the story's more focused on President Snow and the girl that was, I forgot her name. The girl that sings, she sings the whole fucking movie though. It's a musical. Essentially, that's why he hates Katniss, I think, or everyone. Katniss reminds him, Snow, of the girl that's singing in the movie that he was in love with when he was young. But the movie, it's not bad. I just didn't like it. But I don't think it's a bad movie at all.
Well, he's one of the writers on, or rumored to be one of the writers that they're, I guess, looking at. This one, too, this was pretty cool. It says Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman were asked if Deadpool and Wolverine will be back for future MCU projects, to where Ryan Reynolds said, "I'm very nervous talking to you." And Hugh Jackman said, I've never been so scared of what's coming out of my mouth. So, and we obviously know that Feige said that he wants them back.
Bro, what you think Ryan Reynolds is like fucking serious?
I don't know. I don't know. But, even on, I don't know.
Never seen bro serious in my life.
This is who I guess they're wanting to direct Spider-Man 4. What has he done before? Marvel Studios and Sony are eyeing this is James Wan. Lord, I know that was James Wan. Are eyeing James Wan for Spider-Man 4, and we also know that Black Cat is going to be in Spider-Man 4. And rumor has it, I don't know if I believe this. Rumor has it that they're eyeing Sweeney for Black Cat. I like Sydney Sweeney, but do I think that's? I guess I don't know that she's that great of an actress.
I don't think she can act.
You know, especially in Euphoria season 2, she cried the entire. I mean, that's obviously she did what she was supposed to. She cried the entire season, like the entire.
Sex appeal.
That's what it is. It's a sex appeal thing. I get that that's the appeal with Black Cat
niggas
too, but
actually got bitches. Sydney Sweeney wouldn't be nothing, but since all niggas do is sit at home and look at titties, Sydney Sweeney is top 3 women in the world right now. Like. Nigga Raymond. Oh yeah, Dr. Umar would for sure have to forgive me. No, I'm not going. Sydney Sweeney, yeah, she bad. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, her acting is just.
I'm not gonna get canceled for saying that. And I mean, like Dr. Umar, white girl saved me. I'm here.
She recently did this movie that people said is good.
There was a horror movie she was in.
This one that people said
is garbage.
Oh, jeez.
That shit is fucking horrible.
Oh, I was just about to. Oh gosh, I was about to say how people said it was good. Oh, stinky, huh? Wow. well, I guess that kind of goes on more online.
Hey, oh God, I'm not even trying to hate. This shit wasn't good. I could tell you. No, I couldn't because I don't remember. She's some nun gets God impregnates her. Something impregnates her, and she's gonna get kicked out of the school because they think she sinned by having sex, and so they test her hymen. She didn't have sex, and the whole movie's like, how is she pregnant? And then she's trying to kill. It's not a good movie.
Oh no.
They got to be talking about some different one because.
Oh, too bad. I think that's her only horror film.
Well, Grace said she got a hit movie, not that one.
Okay, which one? Because
Immaculate's not a hit movie. That shit's ass.
It starts to go to 2017. So like, where are we going?
You mean is it Euphoria?
Is it this one?
I genuinely.
Anyone but you? Because I thought people liked her and Glenn Powell together. Or is it not that one? Was that not a...
Grace said that's it.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it, but I can tell you Immaculate sucked. And I only went to watch it because I was like, scary movie, maybe it'll be good. I went.
Has she been acting this long? She's in this stuff?
Maybe horror movies is... How old is she?
She is. Where's the little bio thing?
Left. Click on the cast on her name.
Oh, right. She's 26.
Damn, did I say 2010?
Yeah.
Damn, she's been acting for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Interesting. But yeah, I guess.
Grace said it made over $200 million on a $30 million budget.
Oh. Now here's my question. Now, what kind of film is this? Is this like a rom-com? Okay, it's a comedy, a rom-com. So
one of those sexual comedies.
I think that's why I would say maybe that could be. Now, not all rom-coms do good, but when you put two pretty people like Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell on screen together, and their sexual chemistry, and then you can add laughs, and maybe some people can go home and get off to it. Then yeah, you're gonna get maybe that box office. But
middle-aged white couples go have a glass of wine, watch this, go home.
But I don't know that I don't know. I mean, I guess it's Black Cat. She didn't have to do anything but, sit there and sexually make sexual innuendos towards Spider-Man and, make some punches and kicks every now and then. I'm not going to disrespect Black Cat like that because she is a dope
Not UFC,
character.
but she does MMA.
Sweeney?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, she does MMA, works on cars. Yeah, she's like active
I think
and fit
I'm
and
judging
shit.
her harshly because of Webb.
Well, Euphoria, I don't like the way she acts either. I think she's crying and bitching.
I think she's annoying as shit in Euphoria.
Shit. So
first season and second season. I think especially second season when she's with dude. Oh god, she's annoying.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
Shit.
But yeah, she's gonna be. They want her as maybe as Black Cat, rumored wise as Black Cat. But she's reportedly going. Black Cat is going to show up in Spider-Man 4, reportedly. And that kind of makes sense with his trajectory of where he currently is. No one knows him. He needs a friend. You know, hey. And that is on the things I like today, news-wise. That is it. This did just drop that Sigourney Weaver is going to join the Star Wars universe in Mandalorian and Grogu. What she's playing, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you if I care. I don't know if I give a shit about a season, whatever the fuck of that is, of Mandalorian and Grogu. Let's see. Think that might be the Gambit. Yeah, I think that might be it. That might be the news. Oh, Bo said go watch this episode of X-Men 92, The Final Decision, to prep yourselves for the finale this coming week. So, you want to go watch that?
I've been seeing some, people are really debating on that shit.
What?
X-Men 97, just talking about it online and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen some good-ass rumors and shit.
Yeah. I saw a post today, this one. I don't know if I believe this. Now, again, this is coming from somebody that I just gave, news from as a scooper. But he posted this today and said, X-Men 97 is a shocking flop on Disney Plus. Viewership never high enough to even track on Nielsen. We'll explain what in the world is happening and why Marvel should be very, very worried. You can't really argue with Nielsen numbers. It's really hard. You can't really argue with Nielsen numbers, but I don't know if is that true? I haven't looked at the Nielsen numbers either, so I don't know if that's like a true thing, but from all accounts that I've seen, this is like the very well talked about. There are a lot of people talking about this shit, so I don't know if maybe that's clickbait. Maybe that's like, hey, we need some views over here.
The best X-Men rumor I think I saw this week was, I don't know, because it just got me thinking, like, Bastion and fucking Sinister already cloned Magneto, and the Magneto we're seeing doing this shit is a clone, not even the real him. They still got that nigga locked up and shit. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, though, because, I
want that Funko.
Everyone has their own fucking ideas on where this shit is going, and I don't even know what they're doing. Like, is season 2 that comes out, Bo wrote it?
Yes.
And the third one? Okay, I was going to say. I remember he didn't write one. I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see.
Not the third. This is coming from Reject Scoopers.
Ray, are you talking about what I just said, or are you talking about some other shit? But no, Raymond, there's so many fucking X-Men comics that I've tried to get into them, and I genuinely get confused. I confuse House of M and House of X, and then I go back and read Avengers X-Men, and then I go back and read there's so much
There's
shit.
A lot of X. There's definitely a read order. That's when people ask, like, where should I start with X-Men? That's a loaded question.
It is.
Like,
I've even looked it up myself and tried to get into it, and even like read some and listened to some, and then it's like I always get confused because there's so much going on. There's so much going on because there's different eras. You got the Claremont era. And Grace, my fault, but Grace said the viewership is low. That's what
is
Randolph
it?
Said. Yep.
Oh, Randolph said that? Wow. Well, like I said, you really can't argue with Nielsen numbers. Like, that's not something. That's why when everybody kept saying, you guys are wrong, you just don't like Star Wars, or whatever the fucking show. What's the name of that stupid ass Star Wars show? What is his name? Andor. When everybody was like, Andor's doing fantastic. No, it wasn't. No one watched Andor.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's
Raymond,
it.
To answer you, I know there's one writer that fucking throughout even the whole time he's connecting all his X-Men stories.
Pretty sure it's the Claremont era.
The Claremont? Okay, I was going to say. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. Start with the Claremont.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track with Claremont.
What's up, Tim?
Yeah,
What's up, Tim?
All his shit through every fucking storyline and everything, and so you really won't miss a beat on any story with the Claremont era, even missing other Marvel comics and shit like that.
Yeah. Rejected Scooper at their 3,000 scoop gave this whole thing. And these are all different things. It says the Avengers exist in Wolverine's world, so I guess this is Deadpool and Wolverine. Arthur and Harley will reference Batman. I assuming that has to do. Oh Jesus, that is in Folie Abdou. Okay. Infinity Hulk will gain access to the multiverse. This is talking about What If. Blade has a crucial role in Marvel Zombies. Okay, animated. His action sequence will be the highlight of the series. Oh, well, it's like, well, we're sorry if we made you wait so long, but can this hold you over? X-Men 97 Season 2 will release before winter of 2025.
Damn.
Jessica Jones will appear in Born Again. The Storm in What If Season 3 has visited Wakanda before. Okay. Marvel has plans for third Captain Marvel film post... Oh, they. I'm
News to me.
perplexed. It's privy to... Yeah, I did not know that. Wow, okay. Does Bree know that? Does she want to do that? I don't know that she... Okay.
She's not going to be done with sequel. She's done now.
I'm pretty sure she's done. Tiamat will fully emerge in What If Season 3. None of that matters, though. Expect the series to pay homage to the moment Asgard was destroyed in Ragnarok. JJ will appear in an animated Venom project. Or J. Jonah Jameson will appear in an animated Venom project. I didn't know there was an animated Venom project. Deadpool will reference Iron Man. Much like comics, Marvel will make Mephisto an integral part of Ghost Rider's story. Okay, so maybe he's showing up more in Ghost Rider than he is showing up in Ironheart. Sacha Baron Cohen will... Okay, well, Sacha Baron Cohen is still portraying the character. The Anne family will appear in Avengers 5. James Gunn received a treatment for solo Harley Quinn project. Okay. Doc Ock will appear in the Venom game. Janelle Monae will portray Storm in the MCU. We're not going to put a will. We're going to put maybe. Taskmaster will return in what? SM3. SM3. What is SM3?
Spider-Man?
I don't know. Stranger Things will have multiple time jumps throughout the final season. I'm ready for that. The High Evolutionary experimented on Wanda when she was a baby. What the fuck does that have? This will be revealed in her solo project. Oh, okay, I guess that's what it has to do with it. Rick and Morty Season 8 will release in spring of 2025. Silk will be playable alongside Peter Parker and Miles Morales. Oh, in the Spider-Man 3 video game, SMM3. There we go. She'll suit up at the beginning of the game. Captain Britain will have a comic-accurate suit, and this is talking about the rumors that Marvel is wanting to do a Captain Britain series. I thought they'd learned about these damn series, but then it says Ted Season 2 should release before summer 2025. Black Cat and Martin Lee will appear in the DLC that's focused on Carnage. So that is their scoops for their 3000th deal. And that's really the news. That is the news. There is nothing else going on. Remember, now, okay, yeah, no, the Geeky Cast is not a bunch of young guys. The Geeky Cast, they're older. Yeah, they're older. I don't know how much older. I forgot who said that the last time. Somebody said the Geeky Cast is a bunch of young guys. And I think, yeah, no, I saw the video of them. They're older. But that is, that's the news we have for today. Q's got to head out earlier because he's got to get his brother.
Family ties.
He's got to pick up his brother. Yeah, Tim said time jumps in Stranger Things. Yeah, it looks like they're going to... Exactly how that's going to... I don't know. I want to know more about Stranger Things Season 5. It looks like it's going to be obviously where we left off in Season 4. Man, that was a good season. Good season. Good times.
You know what's crazy? I still ain't watched that shit.
You haven't watched Season 4 of Stranger Things?
I have not.
Wow.
Or 3. Or 2.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear to God.
Shut up. Like, what?
Or 1.
You haven't watched Season 1?
I mean, I know Demogorgon, this, that. I kept falling asleep.
Oh, shit. Q, you gotta go watch that shit.
Yeah, I kept falling asleep during Stranger Things. Never got into it. I swear I told you that shit, and I was like, I'm going to try to... Whatever that last season came, I was like, I'm going to try to catch up, and that didn't happen.
Yeah, you gotta go watch that. That's crazy.
Yeah, my fault, Xavier. I deadass have not been able to get into Stranger Things, but maybe with all this shit out, I'll be able to.
Yeah,
But
you gotta go watch that.
I gotta go pick the little brother up. So good to see y'all. I don't know if we'll be in here this weekend. Shit, but I'll see y'all next time.
Peace, peace, peace.
Yep, y'all have a good one.
No, let me turn that shit down. But some other things that they had put on here. I'll keep reading some other things that are out there. They put in Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine will reference Quicksilver, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. And then it says, my thoughts, Deadpool will make a you didn't see that coming joke at Wolverine. So I think they're going to reference both Aaron Taylor Johnson and you know who I'm talking about, from the Fox universe, Evan Peters, Quicksilver as well. It's from what we've heard, they're going to mention both. Julius Louis Dreyfus was seen on set of Thunderbolts, so there's some pictures, more behind the scenes pictures of them there. As that gets closer, we're probably going to hear more and more and more about Thunderbolts. And this is also coming from more news, we may see the Heroes for Hire return to the MCU. This is not the first time we've heard that. If the rumor is true, Power Man and the immortal Iron Fist may return. So we could see that as well. No one cares about that. Shogun is officially on for season 2, and it's in development at Disney's FX. So that is on as well. For everybody that finished Shogun, I did not finish. Not that I didn't like it. I thought it was good. Just need to finish it. It's a lot of reading. It's a lot, and I don't have a problem with that. I can do fine with that in the shows. But I thought it's like, oh, okay, I gotta take a break in between these. Let's see. Is that it? Is that the news? I want to say that might be it. What the fuck is that? Taskmaster will wear more weapons and capabilities in Thunderbolts than what was shown in Black Widow. She better not be flying like that. The fuck? Okay, more for all. I don't know if everybody's a Big Bang Theory fan or not like that, but the Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon is ending, and that's come out with the pictures of how much he's grown up, and even they put a clip out. I guess Jim Parsons is going to be in this season as well, but they're going to be doing moments of him as the older Sheldon writing a memoir, and young Sheldon. And I guess him and Amy have kids. Those are from my Big Bang fans. I'm a Big Bang Theory fan. There was the rumors a couple of days ago for The Rock being cast, or rumored that Marvel wants The Rock as Apocalypse. There are reasons why that works. There are reasons it works. The Rock is I don't know if I could really say, Not that we need Apocalypse to come in and be this sophisticated monologue-giving villain, because he's not that at all. Apocalypse is more maniacal laughing. I'm big, strong guy. I'm gonna be, things like that. And does The Rock pull off? Can The Rock pull that off? I think he can. I think The Rock could come and pull that off. And not only that, it is The Rock, so it's a big name draw. People love The Rock. People would come see The Rock, So if the rumors are true and Marvel is truly wanting him to come in as Apocalypse, I don't hate it. I hated the fan art that went around, the little picture that went around of him as that shit was terrible. But maybe. Yeah, more of the Ryan Gosling stuff. Let's see. I think that might be, honestly, the news. Might be the news. It says this photo, and this is from Venom, because they were saying, I think they're done. They wrapped filming and everything. It says the photo long ago seemed to have hinted a German Shepherd dog, which is significant because in the comics, the Lasher symbiote first host was a dog. So Lasher may be in Venom, maybe Venom's last antagonist. Again, do I like the Venom films? I like the first one. The first one I think is fun. It's a good film. I don't think it's like, oh my God, you got to go see that Venom film. It's fun. The second one, I didn't have as much fun. I really didn't like the treatment of Carnage and things like that. I'm just kind of sick of the current. I saw Brian asked earlier, and I meant to answer this earlier, but Brian had asked earlier, are we excited for the Kraven the Hunter? Are we excited for the Kraven the Hunter film? I'm not personally. I'm sure Q would tell you the same. He's not either. And it's because I think like a lot of us, we are sick of all these spin-off anti-hero films of Spider-Man. I've talked about this many, many times. I'm not going to go deep into it. Just the fact that we want to see Spider-Man. I would love to see Spider-Man fighting Venom in this. I thought that's what we were promised from them when they were talking about, what we're going to see. I thought Tom Hardy had even teased a picture of like Venom biting off Spider-Man's. Like I thought we were going the Spider-Man route, but we're just going to see Venom fighting another symbiote, and it's going to be another fail for Sony. So no, I'm not excited for Kraven, and honestly, I'm not excited for Venom either, because it doesn't have shit to do with Spider-Man. As I've said, when it comes to their spin-off universe, fuck them if it doesn't have anything to do with Spider-Man. That's where I'm at personally with Sony, with love from Planet Fanatics. This one says Secret Wars will feature the Defenders. So that was kind of what that was talking about. Well, no, that's Defenders, not the Heroes for Hire. Yeah, Heroes for Hire. Then we've also got... is that all from Jeff this morning? I think that's all from Jeff this morning, because it's just talking about Armor Wars being possibly canceled. More news about that. But other than that, I think that's it. I think that is it. But yeah, I see where Gray said, damn, she jacked Falcon 2. Xavier said, wings won't make the tragic mess of the character any better at all. What's up, Sean? Appreciate you being here. Yeah. And Tim saying earlier, Ralph Boner. That's who it is. Ralph Boner, not Evan. Raymond said, nobody cares about Venom. I only saw it once. And he said, I didn't even see the second one. I saw the second one, but again, not the happiest with it. Sean said, are you excited for Deadpool and Wolverine? Very excited for Deadpool and Wolverine. Like I was saying earlier, for the shows coming out in June, we've got House of Dragon, we've got The Acolyte, we've got The Boys Season 4, and then for the Bear fans, you've got The Bear Season 3. But for me, those are all just cushion shows to kind of, which I'm really excited for House of Dragon, I'm really excited for The Boys, but it's like those are just shows to pass time by for us to get to Deadpool and Wolverine, because I am ready for that film to drop. I really am ready to see that movie. The closer it gets, the more exciting it gets. Raptor Cloak said, yeah, I'm sitting out on Venom 3 and Kraven, Animal Lover, and maybe Spider-Verse 3. Really? Even Spider-Verse 3? For me, I mean, I'm still invested in the Spider-Verse. I think enough time has passed, and I saw this post on Twitter, and I agreed with it. That's why I'm repeating it. Can we agree that the second one is really not what some were raving it to be? It's good, but it's not that first one. That first one is great. That first one is great. But this one, it was okay. It was okay. Even this first soundtrack on that Metro Boomin soundtrack. The Metro Boomin soundtrack on that second one is still fucking tough too. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I still want to see the third one though. But as far as the other stuff, no, I don't want to see it. Sean said, what be cool to see Tony Stark and Captain America cameo in Marvel Spider-Man 3. Well, we've heard that Cap and Tony are supposed to be cameoing in another project soon. So keep your eyes out on that. I don't want to spoil anything for the people that don't like the spoilers, but keep an eye out on that. Let's see. Tim, you said something about Mando up here. He said, I guess according to John Campia, the cast for Mando movie will be announced next week/weekend. Oh, really? And I wonder if that's the thing that Sigourney what did that report say earlier? Did it say that she was in Oh, okay. So she's going to star in the movie. It's not the show. I thought it was like a season, another show. That's right. There are they? I think they're not doing another Mandalorian season, are they? I think they're just going straight to the movie. Or are they doing another season and the movie? I don't remember. But Sigourney Weaver in the movie. That's a big name, big pool, big name to have Sigourney Weaver in Star Wars. So cool, pretty cool. Somebody answer that for me if somebody knows. I can't remember if they were doing another season of The Mandalorian. Let's see. Raptor said, I don't hate either movie, but Sony needs to learn fans aren't going to take any craziness just to flash the Spider-Verse in our faces. That's true, too. Let's see. Raymond answering Q when Q said, are we going to be streaming this weekend? Raymond said, y'all won't, but see you, Q. You don't know what we're going to do. You don't know our moves. And keep you guessing. We might pop in here on a Saturday morning. You don't know. We might. I'm going to have to see that. I did not know the viewership was down for 97. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm going to have to look at those Nielsen numbers. But, yeah, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. Again, for the people that were here, I think we had a little over 20 people in here tonight, so I do appreciate that. I know that E is also streaming, and there are some other streaming tonight, too, on 97 is so good, Tim. Other streaming on Friday too. But I appreciate you guys choosing my place of hangout. He said maybe an alternate universe. Ha ha ha. You're funny. You never know. We might. But I appreciate you guys choosing my channel and my place to hang out with me tonight and kind of talk about just some of the things going on. Again, I appreciate it all. We are a few subscribers now away from that 2,000 mark. We're at 1962. We're still trugging on that 2,000 mark, trying to get there. So if you guys could help us out with sharing some of these videos, sharing some of these discussions, some of those clip videos, and just getting the Planet Fanatic name out there in these communities so we can grow this community, I'd really appreciate it. Like that video as well, it definitely helps us out and getting out there in the algorithm. So I appreciate all of you guys hanging out as always. And just to spite Raymond, we might be in here this weekend, honestly, just so I can get Raymond in here and I can be like, yeah, alternate universe. So maybe be looking for that. Keep your eyes out. Keep the notifications on. You never know. It might come across your screen where it says Planet Fanatics are live, and the title of that stream might be just to spite Raymond. So come back and hang out with us this weekend if we're in, and if not, then we will see you guys, of course, at the stop of the next week and for the finale of X-Men. That's going to be crazy. It's sad as well. So thank you guys for hanging out. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out. Cornelius, you can't come in here and you haven't been here this whole stream. You've been gone. You've been MIA. You actually haven't even been hanging out with us as much as you used to. And then you come in here and you throw tomatoes, not lies, just to spite you. It might be called to spite Raymond and to spite Cornelius, but this time I really am gone. Peace out.